Hi, welcome to the tool bag tour. As they've got very popular on Facebook and YouTube, I thought we'd do our own. Our customers might be interested in what tools we use on a caravan and motorhome habitation check. Obviously there's a lot more tools involved than what's in this bag, but this bag goes into the caravan with every single service. Every single time, so just to try and avoid the in and out of the caravan as much as possible, particularly if it's raining. That's the first item out. It's the Kane 455 flue gas analyzer. We use it for other things. We do our gas tests with it. The good thing is about doing our gas test with this is we can do a printout at the end, so we've got a date stamped and printed out of results. I'll just go to the menu set up a minute. So it's menu screen, menu report. Do a gas test. Pick a random view, log 1. At the end of the gas test we can print out the results. Customer gets a copy, we get a copy for our record, so at that time, date, this was the result. It's an excellent piece of kit. I wouldn't be without it, to be honest. We have a couple, I can't remember what the other one is, it's slightly more modern, 458 or something like that. And then you get the result printed out like that, staple that to the customer's copy, service documents, and one to ours. Also does a lot of other things, which I'm not going to go into now. But if anyone is interested and know what else it will do and what we do with it, leave a comment down below, and I'll do a video on that at a later date. So that's one of the items in there on the gas side. Another one is the gas sniffer. Again, that one's Kane. I've got another one in there that's not. No idea what make that is. The label's rubbed away, I've had it so long. Just briefly going back to the gas testing, we always used to use a manometer like this with liquid in. Just is adequate, very perfectly good, but it's just more practical for us to use modern electronic equipment really these days. In case anyone is interested further, it's a much older one. This one is actually in millibars, but in here is the first one I ever had, which was in inches. WG water gauge. Don't use those anymore, but I've kept them. Don't know why really. I don't tend to throw anything out, that's one of my problems. I'll take these two things out next. These are electrical testers. Now I suspect anyone from the electrical world, electrician or anyone like that, would laugh at these really, but they work perfectly adequate for what we need. The main reason we got these initially, because years ago when they first brought in the testing for the caravans that we had to do during a service, about 11 years ago now I suppose, something like that. These were the ones that they were using on the course, and they had a deal on them at the time and we got them. and I'll be honest, they do what we need, and they've never skipped a beat. Really good. A brief overview of them, I guess. Now this insulation resistance test. I'll just take this rough old extension lead here. Is that the extension lead? No. This one is. Greater than 999 mega ohms. Perfect result, really. That is. So we would do that on a hookup lead on parts of the caravan if we were doing further tests on the caravan, but not as a service. And it also does continuity, which we'd use for testing the earth bonding to the chassis and to the gas pipes, things like that. And this one, test the trips. Just plug that directly into a socket, and you can go through the trip test. The only thing this one doesn't do the ramp test for the RCD, but there's nowhere anywhere on our paperwork that requires that test, so it's not important really. But again, as I say, we've had it 11 years, it's never skipped a beat. It's been brilliant really for the price. I guess a modern electrician, you know, want a Fluke or Metro or something along them lines, which is really nice to have everything in one unit, but that does us anyway for what we need, at least until they go wrong. Very good. Refractometer. Use this for testing the Audi fluid, checking its strength. Put that back in there. A few more electrical things in here. Well, we always called these volt sticks. I don't know what exactly. Have I got a bit of? You can't see that, can you? But you might. No, you can't see that there. But again, brilliant piece of kit just to tell you if there's power. I expect the electricians out there will be screaming at the video now. Not to be used for proving dead, obviously. Again, if you want that explained further, we can do that in another video. I'm not going to go into things like that today. But basically, because of the way we work on caravans, we don't generally have to prove dead, because we're not working on anything live generally. But if we did, we have got do carry a Fluke, which are proof dead. Obviously, you have to prove that this is working before and after. But as I say, I'm not going to go into those sort of things today. This is just to show you what's in the bag, really, or most of what's in the bag. Multimeter, again, doing different checks during a service, the voltage of the battery and what have you, things like that. Don't use this on every service, but it is a handy thing if you wanted to see if the freezer compartment of a fridge was cooling. Gives you a quick, reference as to whether it is working or not. little, just spotting them. That is part of RCD testing, or it could be. Don't use it very often because we have an isolation transformer for testing with the RCD. We don't have a problem with, to make sure we don't have a problem with tripping trips in people's houses or on-site posts. But if worst came to the worst, we could use this to do that by, with these probes, we'd have to have the cover off of the consumer unit, or distribution unit as it's sort of known in the caravan world, really. But again, if anyone was interested in knowing how that was done, I could go further into that another time. That's the vast majority of what's in it. There's a few other bits and pieces in here, a lighter, little plug-in thing, so if we need to, which we do on occasions, need to plug in our testers to it. And that's about as much as I'm going to go through in there today. As I said, if you've got any further questions, in case anyone was wondering, we do, if we ever needed it, have a lock-off kit in there. If you have any questions on any of this, leave them in the comments below, and we'll see if we can do further videos on those points. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you found it interesting, click the like button, and hope to see you in the next video.